Welcome back to the news. Vice President Dr. Mohammad Wahid Hassan Malik has been sworn in as president moments ago after Mohammad Nasheed's resignation. The vice president was sworn in at a special ceremony held this afternoon following President Mohammad Nasheed's resignation about an hour earlier. Nasheed resigned after sustained protests against his rule, which was joined by the security forces last night until this morning. Dr. Mohammad Wahid Hassan Malik was a popular choice among the opposition to take over from Nasheed, who had received local and international condemnation for dictatorial and unconstitutional acts. Today's ceremony, where the vice president was sworn into the presidency, was attended by members of parliament, although only a single MP from the former ruling party was present. Mohammad Nasheed resigned from the presidency today after sustained protests against the former government by members of the public as well as the security forces. Nasheed's resignation was delivered at a press conference held at the president's office this afternoon. Surrounded by several members of his cabinet, Nasheed stated that he had decided to resign as he has come to the realization that his remaining as president would cause further unrest and conflict in the Maldives. He also stated that the only way he could remain in power was through the use of force and arms. Nasheed claimed that he resigned in order to prevent such a situation. The past few weeks saw several members of the public injured and detained at protests against the government. The Nasheed administration authorized the use of force against protesters, which led to the army and police deciding to rebel against the government. Nasheed's resignation came after the country came to a standstill when members of the police service refused to obey his illegal orders. Reportedly, the police were ordered to stand aside and allow anti-government protesters to be attacked by activists of the ruling Maldivian Democratic Party, as well as gangsters affiliated with the former ruling party. The police were later joined in protests against former President Nasheed by the soldiers of the Maldivian army. The announcement that Nasheed would resign was met with cheers from the thousands gathered at Republican Square. The jubilant crowd bowed to Allah in thanks for the unpopular former president's decision to step down following several days of civil unrest and instability. Celebrations are ongoing in the capital city of Male, with opposition supporters and members of the public expressing joy at the resignation of Nasheed, whose popularity had fallen since his election in 2008. Former President Ma'mun Abdul Gayoom has congratulated the Maldivian people for upholding the rule of law and welcomed the resignation of former President Nasheed. In a statement given by telephone to VTV, Gayoom thanked Allah for granting the Maldivians success in their efforts to uphold the constitution and rule of law in the Maldives. He described the resignation of Mohammad Nasheed from the presidency as a message that no one is above the law and that all who violate the law will be brought to justice. Gayoom also welcomed President Nasheed's decision to accept the public's calls to resign. Gayoom said he was grateful that Nasheed had realized, as that he had said in his resignation speech, that remaining in power would threaten the peace and stability of the Maldives. Noting that Dr. Mohammad Wahid Hassan Malik would soon be sworn in as president, Gayoom congratulated the former vice president and expressed his hope that the new president would handle his duties with respect for the national religion of Islam as well as the constitution.